going live, and we are here live, folks. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know we found a little bit of choppiness in the audio before when we were testing. So guys, let me know how the audio sounds for you. So I know we've had this issue before in the past. So the last couple of live streams that we did were pretty good here from the computer. So I don't know. So everybody, let me know, how does the audio sound? How does the video sound? Or how does the video look? Make sure we're nice and smooth there. So anyway, yeah, we are going to be buying some much more higher end equipment coming up. This computer should still be able to do it okay. So anyway, welcome tonight, guys, to our latest giveaway for January 2021. It's hard to believe that Christmas is already behind us. Yeah, so the audio is a little bit choppy, is what everybody is saying. So unfortunately, we're going to have to live with that. I've been fighting with it for the last 2 hours and tried everything just like we did months ago when we had this issue, and nothing seems to take care of it. So at this point, I don't know if it's just luck of the draw with the stream, because when I look on the screen here, it tells me that I have excellent connection. It doesn't tell me that there's any problems or anything. So anyway, at least we can get started on what we're giving away here tonight. And you'll be able to hear me even though it's a little bit choppy. So the very first item that we're going to be giving away, and by the way, we'll put all of the links in the video description down below for you. So if you haven't refreshed your browser window, make sure you do that so that you can see them, because they were just recently loaded in. Okay, so the very first thing is we're going to give away 5 Lowe's coupons. Now you've seen me mention these numerous times, right, over the last couple of years about how to take these into Home Depot. These are only good at Home Depot because allegedly they've been used already. So I bought a bunch of these off eBay. So there's going to be 3 of you winners getting 5 of these coupons. So that should save you a lot of money. In fact, I used one of these last week. You guys saw me during my the Home Depot live stream, where I bought my brand new Dewalt Flex Volt table saw. That's a $499 saw. I got $49 off using this. So 3 lucky winners of you guys are going to be collecting on that one there. So let's see if anybody has any questiones here. And so remember, if you guys have a question, make sure you put @jeffostroff in front of your question so I can see it, because it will flag me better. Just like Johnny Canania just did. He says, hello to all. And Paul says, hey, Jeff, Paul from Newport Richie, let's get on with the giveaways. Okay, so we saw this was the first one. We're giving away 3 of these, 3 different people, 5 coupons. Okay, and then the next one is this. Let's see if I have it over here. I think this guy is it. So this one here is called the AWP Trap Jaw Tool Pouch. See? And you've probably seen me mentioning these for like the last few months. I think it was back in early November when Al Lopez, one of our subscribers, turned us on to this and says, hey, you got to go in there in Lowe's and check things out. Well, at our store, they really weren't clearancing yet. But he had just come back from, I think, a store in New Braunfels, Texas, and he got backpacks from AWP that were marked down from $80 down to $12, and he was showing me all sorts of things. And even this thing says $24. This was $24 back in November as a closeout. And then when I brought this up to the computer, to the cash register, I think this ended up being like $7. So a lot of these, if you guys have any of these AWPs left in your stores, you better get in there and find them. They're incredible, and they're just disappearing. This thing is like pure leather, okay? And I think we have 2 of these that we're going to be giving away as well there. Let's see if we got any questions from Russell. He says, what do we need to do to enter? So if you guys are just tuning in, you go down into the video description and you'll see the links to all of the tools that I'm going to mention here tonight. And so you enter there, and then next week, next Sunday night on the 31st, same time, 8 p.m., we will reconvene and we will pick the winners live. You don't have to be present or anything. I just pick the winners and I email you. Now, let me give you guys a warning, all of you guys, okay? because we've had a number of people who have won prizes over the past 6 months from us, but when we tried to contact them, their email bounced. Now, let me just tell you something. If you have a Google Plus email attached to your YouTube account, anything that says plus.google or whatever, or Google Plus or Plusy this or Plus whatever, those are going to bounce because Google shut down Google Plus last year. Back in April, they gave everybody a final notice saying we're sunsetting it, and that's it. So all of you need to go check in your YouTube settings for your YouTube account, and if you have anything that says plus in there, you got to get rid of it because it's just going to bounce. It's not a good thing. And so I guess a lot of people didn't know they still had that, and when they applied to our previous tool giveaway, I saw a handful of entries that were invalidated because it was using that Google Plus email address. So make sure everybody, before you enter, not after you enter, but before you enter, make sure you go and check whatever email address it's going to submit on your behalf if you don't enter one, okay? And make sure that is a valid email or you will lose out. Let me show you something real quick. Oh, you see this? Somebody won this in December at our Christmas tool giveaway, and their email bounced, and I have no way of contacting them now, so they have to forfeit, and we're going to give this away next month in February. So somebody's loss is your gain, huh? You like that? And let's see what's going on here. Let me answer a couple more quick questions. Wasn't the entries a while ago? No, it's all starting tonight. It started the minute I loaded those links tonight, and they will end automatically 8 p.m. next Sunday night when we go live, and then we'll pick those winners. And no, you don't have to be president. And Temiz just sent us a $25 super chat, and he says hello. Thank you so much. See, it's really the generosity of all you folks that keep sending in all of these super chats every time we go live and when we do premieres, and that's what enables us to help buy more and more of these tools to give away. So it's really the whole community here giving back. And let's see, Jack the Ripper says Lowe's is trash. HD and vendors are where it's at. Well, Lowe's had a lot of good bargains this year, guys. Yeah, I wouldn't make that generalization. They had a lot of really good, especially their closeout deals. Like, we're going to show you a couple here tonight. Okay, so let me go back to our list. The next one this is a really cool one. This is also a clearance from AWP. This, guys, is one of those bucket organizers. So if you have a 5-gallon, like a Homer bucket, these stretch around the bucket, and these are great. Handymen like to use these because it keeps all their screwdrivers and their tools and everything sticking up and out of here. Electricians, sometimes will use these. Now this thing, I don't know what the original price was, and I know it says like $6.99, but I think when I got up to the register, it was like $2 or $3. So there's one of these that we're giving away. Let me put this over here. And what's next? We have, this other one is gorgeous. This is another AWP tool pouch. We call this one just the tan leather tool pouch. But this thing's gorgeous. This reminds me of the old Rawlings gloves we got as a kid, baseball gloves. It's just really sharp and stunning. A couple of little black marks, one here and one there, But I'm sure you're going to be putting your own marks on there after using these. So let's see if we got any other questions there. Cool Tool says, good evening, Jeff, and everyone else in the chat. He's all the way from the UK. He's watching, so good to have him here. And let's see. Elvin says, I received the first 2 orders from Lowe's here in Puerto Rico. That's awesome, because I wasn't sure. I don't think Home Depot delivers to Puerto Rico. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of people outside the country are just, they're suffering because they can't get some of these tools here. And Max says the Dewalt Self-Propelled Mower is in stock online. Order it now. Yeah, I'll put like a link to it up on our. I'll make a little community note about that on our community tab there, and give you folks the link to that. And then that way, if anybody buys through it, we'll get a couple of % commission. So we always appreciate you guys supporting our channel that way, because everything we do, we try to just use that to buy more and more tools for you folks for the giveaways. And Angelo says, how is the kitchen going? I'm going back over there tomorrow, and I'm going to do a live stream probably around lunchtime on it. And yeah, we were over there yesterday, and with a big drilling this 1-inch holes into the brick wall there to run the flexible cable for the power outlets. So we have to add 5 new circuits in the kitchen. And then we found a way to add another circuit into the bathroom on the other side of that brick wall where there wasn't an electrical outlet before. So the owner's going to be very pleased. She's a friend of ours. And Cool Tool says you should set up another donation method as YouTube takes a big percentage. Someone was telling me. I don't know. I'll find out, because I have a conference call scheduled with my YouTube rep. Once you get over 100,000 subscribers like we do, you have a person that's assigned to you from YouTube, and they take all your feedback, like what I'm going to give him about this, and they also give you suggestions to help grow your channel as well, too. And Matthew says, wow, so choppy. So the audio should be a little bit choppy, but the video ought to be okay, though, tonight. And so, I don't know if it's the OBS Studio streaming software that I'm using or what, but once we get the whole new computer, we're going to a professional-grade vMix type program, which should hopefully make things a lot better. And let's see, any other kind of, let's go find out what's the next tool we're giving away. Oh, this guy. I think we have 3 of these guys. And it's funny, this, I don't know how much these went for normally, but we paid 56 cents. I bought 3 of these at Boca Raton Lowe's, and I showed you guys, I did a live stream on this a couple of weeks ago when I got it. So there'll be 3 of you winning that. And then the next one will be, did I bring that up here? I did. We have 2 winners of this. This is that Craftsman battery maintainer. And so it'll do like a 2-amp trickle charge, and I think it's rated for 300 CCA, but that doesn't sound like a lot. I don't even think that's enough to turn over anybody's car, really, unless you just need that little bit of extra oomph. But yeah, this is a nice little maintainer. We have 2 winners for this. And the next one up is, oh yeah, where is that one? Okay, so this is the other tool giveaway. This is that Milwaukee battery starter kit. These are CP 2.0s. Yeah, 2 CP 2.0s. Now, if you notice the sticker on there, what's funny about this is Home Depot was selling these for like $99 somewhere before, Black Friday. And then they had this sticker on there that said $79. But when I got it up to the register, it said $50. So that was pretty awesome. And then on top of that, when I was up at the register, I used one of these, and I ended up getting it for $45. So I actually picked up 2 of them. So one is for me, and one of you guys is going to enjoy this one. So if you have any M12 tools and you need a couple of extra batteries, plus, you got a charger in here, and I think this, it comes with a bag as well. So this is a nice little doohickey there to have. Let's see if we got any other questions or comments or irrational statements. We accept those too. David C. says, how did you like the foam inserts for the Dewalt Tough System boxes? Yeah, I just got my Kaizen foam delivered 3 days ago. I ordered it on December 20th, and they shipped it the same day. And it took until now because there was like a huge backlogs at the post office, and the guys at Kaizen Foam were telling me that they heard of cases where there was like a dozen tractor trailer trucks that they hadn't even touched yet at the post office. So luckily they got through all that, and we finally got ours. And Nikki J says, tried using a 10% off Lowe's coupon at Home Depot. They didn't take it. Do you have to take it to customer service? No, they should take it anywhere. Nikki, let me know what city that was in. From our understanding is that there's a number of Home Depots in the Pennsylvania and New Jersey area that for whatever reason they just refuse to take these. Now maybe you can do what I told people to do in that video. I'll put the link to that video in the video description here below after the live stream. But if you can convince the cashier to just go through these steps, and we tell them, look, bring up the cashier's online book on the computer there on their cash register, and then on there you click on promotions, and then there should be about a dozen different promotions in there, and this is one of them. It should say Lowe's Movers Card. That's technically what they call this, the Lowe's 10% off Movers Card, and it should be in there. Now, if it's not in there, then you know for absolute sure that they don't take it in that area. But I don't know why certain stores in certain parts of the country just refuse to take those. And let's see. So, Travis, I see we still got questions coming in of how do we win. Down in the video description, you'll see all of the links. Go to the very bottom. You'll see all of there's about a dozen links there. And Don Fixit says, Jeff, love the vids and deals. Good, thanks. I'm glad to help out any way I can. And Johnny says, if Jeff can't fix it, we are in trouble. And Kevin is checking in from Jacksonville. Yeah, we used to go up there every May for my daughter's piano competition there. And, yeah, a lot of good restaurants up there at the St. John's, I think that's what they call it, the St. John's area, that outdoor mall there. And so, Nerdy Mr. A says, Jeff, people are asking how to enter, if you could tell the fans. Yeah, so I mentioned it over and over, and hopefully by now enough people have heard how we enter. And Novice Nick finally made it. Did I miss it? Dude, we called your name for that Ferrari, and you weren't here, so we had to give it away. Oh, yeah, man. And Mitch Coyne says, any Craftsman Cooler? Oh, you're asking about is that cooler that's made by Craftsman that you're asking about? There's a good chance that we might have one of those here. Let me see. Hold on, this thing weighs a ton, man. Hold on. There you go. So there's the Craftsman Cooler. We're giving away one of these. It still has the $129 price tag on it. This is the one that I went to Boca and found two of them, right? And like I tell people, hold on a sec. So you know how it said $129 there on the sticker, and a lot of you are reporting to me, oh, I went to the store and it said $129, so I didn't buy it. I'm like, no, you're supposed to get an employee to scan it on a real Lowe's scanner, because if you scan it on the phone app, it's going to come up at full price. So it wasn't until I got an employee to scan that with a real, they all walk around with those little Lowe's scanners, and it said they're like $33 at my store. So I bought two of them. I'm keeping one, and we're giving away this one. And then a couple of you had notified me 2 weeks ago that there was a store out in Burbank with a zip code of 90210, like Beverly Hills, and they said, hey, they're selling them online for $24. So I instantly got online, bought mine, and then within an hour the deal was already gone. And everybody was telling me they couldn't get it. I think a few of you were able to. So luckily that unit arrived a couple of days ago, and you saw me do the live stream in front of my garage from that. So we're going to give that one away next month. So I'm still hearing from people. I know a lot of you can't find that cooler anymore because a lot of the stores are wiped out. But I'm still hearing from people who are telling me that the Lowe's manager is refusing to drop the price from $129, And so what I tell people to do is we've posted pictures of the receipt that you can take in there and get them to match. And most of the managers will match. Some won't. Not everyone will do it. The same at Home Depot. And it's kind of like, to me, they're violating their own policy. So I don't know why they won't match a legitimate price that we showed you of how you could get it, for that lower price. So if they still won't play ball with you and they still won't drop that price from $129, I told one guy the other day, I said, look, just kind of hide it in a spot over there that's like out of the way where nobody really goes, like back where all of the big tool chests are, you know, kind of stick them back in with there. And with that $129 price tag on it, you don't have to worry about it disappearing. And then just every few days go in and have an employee scan it and see if the price drops. And that's really the best way. That's really your only other strategy for that right now. But yeah, it's funny how when these things came in at $129, people are like, "Oh, those things are garbage. They're not worth $129. They're junk. Nobody wants that piece of junk." But then as soon as it drops down to $30, suddenly everybody wants it. It's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing since sliced bread, right? And James Howell says, "I just bought the Metabo 2-nail gun combo. Oh, found it for $159. Got 10% off of that. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah. That one." That's the one that at Black Friday, they were like, I don't know, $398 would be the normal price. And then for Black Friday, they had them at $199. And I was surprised that they still didn't even really sell. Then they dropped them down to $179, and then they started to move. So that is an excellent deal on that one. And Mike C. Chung says, "I like your Dewalt power cleaner video. Very helpful. I also ordered parts to set up my hoses for Quick Connect." Yeah, that's really the best way to do it. So if you guys missed that video last night, you should check that out. We did that. It's a kind of a longer video. We're going to do a shorter one for next week that shows just some more cleaning action that we did with it. We're going to skip all of the introduction and all of the taking it apart and this and that. And we're just going to go have a video that goes right into the cleaning. And I was showing it cleaning in low mode, but we're going to show it cleaning in high mode and see if that makes a difference between the soap sudsing on there and all that kind of stuff there. All right. And will Home Depot take Harbor Freight coupons? Somebody said that depending on the manager there, they will. So it might be hit or miss. You can ask them. I do know that Home Depot will accept Northern Tools price deals. They will match. So when we had a deal on, I think it was that DeWalt DWS 780, the big miter saw, the one that's $599, and it wasn't Acme, it was Northern Tools, I believe, had it for cheaper. A couple of you have told me that you got your manager at Home Depot to match the price. They won't advertise a lower price, but they'll match a lower price if you bring it in. So that's something to keep in mind too. Gene, my buddy Gene Gianni just checked in. And let's see, what else? Any other questions that are coming in here? What do we got? Lewis says, "Are you going to do a video on the DeWalt foam rinser?" Oh yeah, you bet I am. It's probably going to have to be as soon as I finish this kitchen project that I'm working on. It's just a nightmare. A lot of my tools are over there right now, so I want to wait till I get everything back home and I can sit down with a clean mind, having rested up, and figure out how to lay out what I want to put in that case, and then cut the foam and everything. So we'll do the whole video on that, how we plan that out and everything. That'll be pretty cool, because I want to see how much I can cram into that Tough System box. I'm hoping to get both the hammer drill, the impact driver, a charger, a couple of batteries, and maybe a couple of small tool sets, the little drill accessory kits. And Jake says, "Do you have a Gmail account so we can send you any deals we find?" You can message me on my Facebook page. That's what most people do. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, and also Mike C. Chunk says, also good advice in the DeWalt power cleaner video that you need to use the special soap and not just car wash. Where do you find your soap? I'm going to put links. I'm still adding more links to that video, by the way. But yeah, I'll put links to that soap because you can't get it in the stores. It's all professional grade stuff that the pros use. So you have to buy it either like online on Amazon, that kind of stuff. So let's see, what other tools have we got here? We have the caliper. Where's that thing? Did I bring it? I thought I brought one up here, but you guys, oh no, we did. So this is that digital caliper. Now, this is the 3-inch version. The 6-inch version is the one that we showed you on the live stream a few weeks ago that was getting marked down to, I think it was like $3. That's a $38 digital caliper, and it got marked down to $3. This one's a $20 one, and I actually got the manager at the Boca store to drop this one down to $3 also. I mean, I would have rather get the other one, but it just it wasn't there. So we have, I believe, 2 winners on this one that we can do. So 2 of you lucky folks are going to get one of these guys. So these are pretty cool to have, little digital calipers. And then, oh, here's the other good one. We actually have several of these. I think we're doing 3 this month. And then we might have I know there's a few floating around that I have to just find them. But these are the 3 that I could definitely find now. I'm giving away now. These are the Sae versions of the nut drivers. I love these. I have this kit already. I've had it for years. I use it when I'm doing stuff like on outlets and metal outlet boxes that have the green ground screw. The ice makers, when you're installing ice makers in a fridge. Anytime you have just any hex size nut, like from 1/4 inch and above, these are very useful to have. We also have some that are metric that we're going to give away next month in February. So at least for now, I believe we have 3 of you will be walking home with one of these guys next week. Now, this was interesting, and I pointed this out to you back in October when they first arrived at Lowe's. These normally show up at like $29.99, and I said, don't buy it because it's probably going to be half of that right after Black Friday. So Black Friday rolls around, and then right after it drops down to like $14.99. So we picked up a bunch of them. And then last week on our live stream, you saw me pick up, there was like 2 left in the store. These were down to $10. So I got a couple more of these guys. That was pretty nice there. And let's see what other questions have come in. So Mike Joswiak says, will you buy and review the electrostatic paint sprayer? Oh, dude, that thing is expensive. I probably won't. I might talk to my friend Vinny who does painting and see if he wants to do anything with that. Yeah, there was one there that we saw that was $349. That was a half gallon, but I don't know if that was a paint sprayer or not. It might just be like weed killer or other chemicals. And let's see. And Sam Solfaro says, thank you, Jeff, for everything you do for us. Hey, I'm glad to help. You're quite welcome. And D-Tran says, have you used the Milwaukee pack-out light on the job site? Yes, it's sitting on the floor in that kitchen because when I'm doing all of my work and I had to reroute a lot of the copper pipes and re-solder and all that, and I did that on, I think that was Thursday night, I had that sitting there, and that thing does a great job, man. It's just so bright, especially, when you're down low at that level. Wherever you put it at, whatever level, it just puts out some real good, bright, white light. I like that thing. And then I'm using the M18 Rocket Light in that kitchen, too, although not quite as much, because it's really not as bright as you would think it should be. It says what is it? Is it 2,500 lumens? 2,500 lumens is not as bright as you think it would be when you need a lot of light. So when you need a lot of light, you really want like 3,000, even more than that. That new Rocket Light, I forget how many lumens it has, but that's really what you're after. And MM says, I got it. I can't believe it. I finally found a 105-piece gunmetal set. Been at the same store several times, but just showed up. Wow, cool. Thumbs up. All right, so speaking of that, we're giving away one of these. And look, I probably can't ship it with this on there because I don't know if this thing's going to go off like in an airplane or something. So I don't know. I might have to remove it. But yeah, I've been able to find 2 out of all the Lowe's that I've been to. And so we're giving one away to you folks next week. Somebody's going to get this one. So this is the one that in many of your Lowe's stores, if you go to, it'll say $79. But when you scan it, when you have an employee scan it or you bring it to the register, it'll rightly say $46. That's the clearance price. So that's why people have been wiping these out of the Lowe's stores all over the country for the last month or so. Okay, so we showed you guys how to find them, and now that I've got it here, let me show you. When you walk into the Lowe's store, you see how it says Craftsman right here on the handle, the big white raised letters? That's unique to gunmetal. So that's how you differentiate the gunmetal from the chrome. And the gunmetal also has the metal latches here, whereas the regular chrome Mechanic 6 have the plastic. So if you were to see a bunch of these stacked up high, way up high, like I told people to go in and look, and many of you have found them up high, this is what you would see. You'll see those raised white letters. So these actually stick out like a sore thumb. And we've also told you, and numerous of you have reported back, oops, I've got a little spill of water here. Some of you have reported back that you found it in a cabinet, you know, on the storage shelf there, stored right with the 105 chrome version. And it's very easy for the employees to get mixed up with that, and they just stick them all in there. So I tell people to just reach in there, pull all of them out, and find it. And that's where a lot of you end up finding that mixed in with the chrome. So that's another way to locate it. So, you know, don't give up, and don't just go by what the inventory says online. So many people contact us back and say, Jeff, man, you know, I looked online and it says there's none in my store. Well, of course not. When something is a clearance, they usually either remove it off the website altogether, or the website might say that there's 0 left in there, and you still got to go in there and find it. And many times the store employees don't even know what it is, don't know where it is. I've had people tell me they found stuff way up top. I've had them tell me they've gone out to the garden center and looked way up top and in the back of the garden center to get stuff. And Mr. Nerdy says, is that a Lowe's Angry Turtle? That's not the Angry Turtle one. That's like the anti-theft one. So if you walked out the door and I don't know, it actually didn't even go off when I went out the door with it. So I don't know why. Maybe they disabled it there, but usually they cut them off, you know. So right after I paid for it, I wasn't really paying too much of attention to what the cashier was doing because I was too busy celebrating the fact that I found that to begin with. And Nick says, you catch that online deal with the Milwaukee inflator, battery charger, and impact socket set for $149. No. What I did do is I bought that inflator kit at Home Depot, the one with the battery. It was marked $99, and I was lamenting to the guy at the tool department there that everybody else was reporting back that they were paying $83 in their stores. So they took $15 off for me. So I paid like $84 for mine. And we hope to get that one tested. I want to try to acquire the Dewalt and the Ryobi and the Makita and just do a whole, get them all tested at once. See how well they each do. All right. And Eugene says, would you ever look at reviewing Milwaukee mix fuel carry-on the MX fuel carry-on generator? I don't know, man. If I had one in my hand, I would probably do it, but I imagine those things are pretty expensive. And let me see if any other questions came in. Let me see if we got everything here. We have a lot more to do in February. It's just that this was all I had the time to get loaded up into the giveaway software, and believe me, there's a lot more. I can give you a little preview. We're going to be doing this one next month, the Freak. And of course, like I mentioned, where's that other thing? We're going to be relisting this one as a giveaway for next month. And where's that big one? This. What a tank, man. This thing is a beast. Oh, hold on, let me see. I hate it when they put the stickers right over the drawing, so you can't even really give a good display of it here. But this is that Dewalt corded Sawzall that was marked down clearance to $50 at our Lowe's store last week, so I picked this up there. And were any of you able to score that barn door, that deal that was like $15? It was marked down from, I don't know, I think they were like $150 in there. And they had them at our store clearance down to $15, man. And then boom, they flew out of there. Before I could even get in there and turn on my video camera, you know, those things just flew right out of the door there. So yeah, missed out on being able to score that one. Of course, I mean, that's not something I'd be able to mail to anybody because they're just so huge. All right, let's see what other questions we have. And, yeah, EP says that's beastly. It's freaky. And, let's see. No barn door is well gone. Yeah, Eugene went in and looked for it also. He said it was gone. John Kirkstorfer says, I got 10% discount on everything except BOGOs at Home Depot. Yeah, that's the only thing you can't use these on. They won't take them on the buy one, get one freeze, no matter what. Some people reported to me now, military guys have reported that some of the Home Depot stores allow you to stack this with the 10% off military discount. So they got like 20% off. So that's not every store, but it was a fair number of them. I've heard that feedback a lot, okay? And EP says, I think the employees bought them in my store. I saw 4 at $111. That's the barn door. And went to 14 the next day, but disappeared by 6 a.m. Wow. And Bradley says, have you seen the new Dewalt OPE 60 volt with attachments? The edger pole saw, hedge trimmer. Yeah, we showed that at the live stream. One of them a couple of days ago in the morning, I think it was when I went in there. We showed that, and I forget what the price was. And I just can't remember what that price was on that thing. And Ernie says, sorry I'm late. How do we enter the giveaway again? Yeah, so anybody who showed up late, you go to the links down below in the video description. And then you have a week, and next Sunday at 8 p.m. they all expire. So make sure you get your links in by then. And let me just give you another warning, guys, to make sure that you completely confirm your email address and make sure that it is 100% right. Make sure there's no emails addresses associated with your YouTube account that are still linked in any way to Google Plus, because they did away with Google Plus, and most people don't know that their contact email is an old account that isn't being used anymore, and you're gonna get bounced. So yeah, make sure you're completely confirmed, okay? And let's see what else. Any thoughts on the 7 1/4 inch Dewalt 20 volt miter saw? I don't know. I have the 60 volt flex volt one, and the 7 1/4 seems really small. That's really more for small work. And in fact, I don't even know that you could use that on some of the wider laminate floor planks, you know, the wood planks, like those 6-inch planks. I'm not even sure that it would, how well you'd be able to cut all the way across those. So that's, you know, it really depends on what you're doing. I just prefer the 12-inch one, and mine's a slider too. That makes it even better. If you can get a slider one, then you're fine. You don't have to worry about how wide of a plank you can go through. And Howard McLean says, my wife asked me if I am listening to Jeff. My whole family knows your voice. That's cool. So let me see. What else have we done lately? We're going to be doing more video on that DeWalt power cleaner. I'm going to film some tomorrow to see how well it does on removing bugs that are stuck on a car that drove across the state of Florida the other day. And we're going to test it more on high mode on some other like cement areas here, like in front of our house. That I noticed some big stains on the gutter out in front of our house. That you know, so we have like a concrete gutter. It kind of goes like this, you know, right along the edge of our street. And the HOA came and cleaned it up a few months ago, but it's like filthy again from all these leaves that keep landing on it. So I want to see if it can get rid of that stuff too. And if you guys haven't seen our other channel, the carbuyingtips.com channel, we just uploaded a video last week comparing that new Turtle Wax graphene infused wax to the Meguiar's Ultimate liquid wax. And so that new graphene wax, if you guys are unfamiliar with it, you're going to start to see more companies coming out with it. So the graphene is a substance that's like 200 times stronger than metal. And I think they were saying it's the strongest known substance to man. And I guess they spread it out on this polymeric kind of level. So when you rub it onto your car, it gives it like a chain link fence, like a mesh. They call it their mesh of protection. And it also protects against UV and a lot of other things. And it supposedly lasts over a year. And that you can take this through car washes. You can try these things like Chemical Guys and Adams wax stripper, and they won't work on it. They just simply will not remove the stuff. So that would be kind of good news for people that maybe want to take their car through a car wash once in a while. Because usually they tell you not to take your car through a car wash because all the detergents will strip off your wax. So anyway, yeah, check out some of those videos on our carbuyingtips.com channel. I already have a link down in the video description below to our channel for you to go there and take a look. And also, you know, we've been online over there since 1999, and we've been giving you all sorts of consumer advocate advice and educating you and teaching you everything you need to know about buying new cars, used cars, leasing, and financing. And most of you know that we just bought a used Lexus, a 2019 Lexus about 2 weeks ago. And so we're going to be making a video showing how we did it, how we negotiated it, how to search for it, where to go, what to do, what not to do, all of these kinds of things. So you know, we're not just all about tools. We have other stuff here, but that of course is on the other channel as well. And let's see, I saw Marvin saying something like he loves his Makita track saw. Yeah, those are so rare. They don't even stock them in any of the Home Depots near us. So anytime I'm in there, people are always saying, hey, what kind of deals are there on track saws? And I'm like, none, because there are none. And Milton says, my son wants your cars in the background. Yeah, see, this one I like. This is the 2019 Ford GT. This is a beauty. And then there's another one that's out of frame that we have here, the Bugatti. Yeah, so for we have a lot of this stuff for the Car Buying Tips channel. And then we go to the Barrett-Jackson auctions every year, except for last year because of COVID. But we always go there and cover all of the big, the big exotic car sales and stuff. And that's when we go and we get to meet up with the guys from Meguiar's and Adams and Auto Geek and all of these other, purveyors of car care products. And we try to get the latest, greatest products that are trending and stuff like that. And we get to go hands-on in the tents there, waxing the cars with the different dual action polishers and stuff like that. So, Cool Tool says, is there an email on this channel as I don't do Facebook anymore? We're going to set one up. We just haven't done it yet, but yeah, it's just so hard because there's just so many things of input that we have coming into us right now that is just, it's just mind-boggling. And I really wish that YouTube had a way for you to do like they do on Instagram, where somebody can just drop a picture into you and say, look, here, check this out. That would be just so much easier and quicker at times as well, too, right? Let's see. Milton says, love the Bugatti. Thanks for showing us. And then we got these little guys back here. And then this is cool. They gave us this when the Florida Marlins won the World Series in 2003. So I think it was like at the beginning of the next season. I think it was maybe on opening day. Any of us that were season ticket holders, we got one of these little replica of the World Series trophy. So yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, so what other tools have we got? I think that's it. I did get, I don't know, I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this one or give it away next month. I'm just not sure. But, because I already have this tool, but I didn't get the one with a kit, like with its own bag or anything. I have to see what's in it and see if I want it. I'm really holding out for a fuel version of this guy to see if I can get something a little bit more powerful. And then we have a lot more tchotchkes. Let me give you another preview. Yeah, we did buy a bunch of these that we're going to do next month, too. So here's another little preview of what lies ahead. Just lots of goodies there, folks. So yeah, make sure that you're subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, you know, you want to do that now so that you don't forget, because you won't get. And make sure you set the little bell icon to be alerted, because when we go live to tell people about the tool giveaways, that's how you're going to find out. Otherwise, you're not going to know it. It's going to come by and boom, and you never got wind of it because you didn't have the alerts set on that. Nerdy Mr. A say it doesn't beg for likes, gives away tons of stuff. Is a wealth of knowledge. Well, you know, I'm a wealth of worthless information. That's what it is. If Brady wins the Super Bowl, I'll be in Tampa for the parade. Miss him on my Pats. Yeah, it's so weird seeing him down here now. There was a funny meme going around with Brady last week. I think he was like, had his arm around the referee and he said something like thanking his favorite teammate. Oh, man. And so all of you, I still see questions coming up saying, how do I sign up? Make sure you check down in the video description below. You'll see the links to, like, I think there's 11 or 12 different tools there. And that's all you got to do, guys. So I don't want to take any more time for everybody. I have a lot of work that I need to get done. So I'm going to close out here, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight. And hey, it's you guys that make all of this happen. You know, it's we kick in a lot ourselves, but it's those super chats that really help out over time. And some of you were very generous during Christmas time there. And of course, you guys know Robert Bates. He's always here and gives a lot too. He's got a servant's heart, a giving heart. And so, yeah, a lot of those times, these tools that you see are from us, and they're from everybody else that kind of contribute here, you know. And man, I really wish I could have won that $1 billion Powerball ticket, you know, because I do like Mr. Beast. I would drive up to Home Depot and I'll say, I bought the entire Home Depot, you know. I'd go there, I bought the entire Dewalt tool aisle at Home Depot and gave it all away. That would be a really cool video to do. All right. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. You guys have a great night and a productive week. And be on the lookout for our live stream, hopefully tomorrow around lunchtime, from that other tiny kitchen remodel project that we're doing. It's coming along. And I think you're going to like what you see there. So thanks so much, folks. Have a great week. And we'll see you on the next one.